Music production can feel overwhelming in this day and age, especially if you're in the earlier stages of it. Being great at your craft is now the bare minimum. You're also a content creator with a need to understand how to even get people interested in using your samples and beats. In this video, you'll leave with a better and clearer understanding of how to progress forward, knowing what to prioritize in order to get to where you're trying to get to. So let's break this down into 4 simple sections: skill, aka producing music, content creation, networking, and legalities. So skill, when it comes to the first year or so of producing, I really don't believe you should even be thinking about landing placements, selling kits, or any of that. You want to put in as much time as possible into completing projects. Pick a DAW, and DAW is just your digital audio workstation, and try to stick to it. Make your melodies from scratch and understand how to layer sounds together. Being able to avoid a muddy or harsh mix is probably already half the battle, and actually quite simple to overcome. Investing in high quality VSTs and plugins is great, but not truly necessary in those early stages. And your focus should be to just get as efficient as you can at making melodies and full beats or instrumentals from scratch. So please, please, please watch tutorials frequently and put those lessons into practice. Practice is the foundation, but being able to quickly search how to tune your 808s into key, or how to do hi-hat rolls, how to create a certain type of sample, etc., is going to save you a whole lot of time and ball ache. You're also going to find yourself being more and more inspired to try new things, which is essential in the long run if you want to stand out. And you can try setting a timer to see how long it takes to complete some projects, and then see if you begin to shorten that time with practice. But mainly, you just want to get as many reps in as possible. So legalities. Eventually, you'll be working with artists, collaborating and co-producing songs. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by not understanding how splits and royalties work. And I'll be honest, it's a bit of a rabbit hole that gets overcomplicated by industry professionals, mainly because it serves them to leave producers uneducated when it comes to this stuff. It makes them more money, as you'll be more unaware of what you're actually worth and owed. There are countless stories of producers being screwed over, being paid years later after a song is released, or even getting trapped in terrible contracts. Really, you just want to research the different types of royalties and how splits work with songs. You should also find a trusted music lawyer to help you negotiate or deal with any serious major releases when that time comes. Stand firm in your negotiations and don't sign anything until you're certain about potential consequences. You'll need to chase people up for payments and splits if necessary, so don't be screwed over by others. And content. Now, being a music producer these days means that you'll most likely need to upload some form of content, video content on social media, as a way of building credibility, a network, and following. Even if you just want to sell beats on a platform like BeatStars, one of the primary ways of advertising your beats, for example, is by making hype beat videos on YouTube. So you really can't avoid creating some form of video these days. Think of your Instagram as your business card. If someone hears one of your beats, for example, or responds to your messages, or sees that you've co-produced a song, they're likely going to check out your page. And the last thing you want is a bunch of blank audio previews with some meaningless bio. You could be the greatest producer in the world, but how far is that going to get you if nobody knows who you are? This is the power of social media, and it shouldn't be underestimated. You never know who's watching your content, so even if you're not getting a lot of views, sometimes a big artist or label or brand can pick up on your production skills simply because you decided to post that video and they came across it. So in this next phase, I'd firstly pick between long form content, so through YouTube, or short form content via TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts. And don't overwhelm yourself with having to upload every single day on every single platform. Just set an upload schedule and start with 1 to 2 videos a week. Pick an editing software, whether that be CapCut, Final Cut Pro, DaVinci or Premiere Pro and learn how to use it. Additionally, I'd learn how to screen record videos, as you'll now know how to start making cool beat or sample previews, breakdowns, just as a way of sharing more of your work. And I'd recommend using OBS as it's fairly simple to set up with most DAWs. Similar to the music production, you'll also get much quicker at video editing and know how to format and color grade your videos with time and the reps you put in. Personally, I can find editing a bit tedious, but it honestly has some of the biggest payoff, and some people will genuinely enjoy it. So like I said earlier, watch tutorials and try time yourself and work at understanding your chosen editing software and know how to just do simple cuts. Also, don't be afraid to get on the camera. The sooner you start, the faster you'll be confident and comfortable in your videos. It's always a huge bonus when people can put a face to the producer's name. It'll help you stand out from the sea of faceless producers online. Networking. Now, networking is probably the most important skill if you're after landing placements or working with producers, artists, or brands. There are a multitude of tips and tricks which I might cover in a separate video, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. But fundamentally, you want to be likable and easy to work with. Respond and be quick to send necessary beats and samples that people might need. Money loves speed, and the music industry is a business at the end of the day. So say that your melodies and your beats are pretty good and you've started to create content. Now you want to stay on top of engaging with your audience and the people who support you as you grow. You never know what opportunities will come from your online circle. Like they say, your network is your net worth. You'll be able to travel around the world to different countries and meet up with these people to work with. And you'll be sending each other work to collaborate on. It's just an easier way to get your foot in the door when you know someone who knows someone. So invest time into these relationships. Take it seriously the way you do making music. Instead of spending your time spam messaging Metro Boomin, Southside, Alchemist, and all these big names, try to build with the people around you at your level and slightly above. Think about those who are making the kind of music you actually want to make, artists included, and start reaching out genuinely. Do not be like, yo, let me send you loops, bro. It's just off-putting. Check out their work, comment on videos, and spark a genuine conversation with them. Curiosity is usually a great place to start, followed by a compliment. After you've built rapport and a relationship, then you can look at collaborating and sending stuff over. There's this great quote I was reminded of recently, which I find myself thinking about more and more, and it goes like this. If you want to go deep, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So focus on your skills as a producer, understanding your DAW, the shortcuts, commands, how to make melodies, beats, and mix properly, and then begin making content and choose one platform to focus on. Begin researching different types of royalties, publishing, and splits, and know your rights as a music producer. And lastly, network, network, network. Some of the biggest opportunities of your dreams are behind working with one other person, and you never know who that might be. Expand your online circle, collaborate, be kind, genuine, and direct with people, and your name will get more and more known. Remember, your network is your net worth. Speaking of, if you'd like to work with me and get guidance on your specific journey, then click the link below. If you want to learn how to improve fast as a music producer, you can click this video here where I go over a strategy for staying on top of your learning and work as a music producer and probably at least double your output. So watch that, as it might save you a lot of time.